have a couple minutes here. I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things. These people are so desperate at this point. They've been desperate, but it's getting pretty ridiculous, say the least, how desperate they're getting. Our prayers, our words are having an effect. They've been having an effect. Okay? So, shalom family, peace family, great seeing everyone today. We got to understand, like, these people are in such a bad position right now. They're in a horrible position because we understand that 99% of this world is Confederate against the Most High's people. They are totally Confederate against our people. They've been Confederate this whole time. It's just we didn't really realize the extent of how many people it is that have been against us. Okay? Now, I want to play a little bit of this video. I only got a few minutes here. From Baba Rashan Live. He's talking about, he's making his analysis on Candace Owens, saying like black people do not deserve reparations, right? Black people don't deserve reparations. Everyone's had it bad. She's gonna pretty much just be bringing out straight lies about how this group never received reparations, which they did. This group never received reparations, which it did. It's never going to happen. Now, look, it's never going to happen under your rulership. And see, I remember a couple of months ago, everybody was like, oh, Candace Owens, she went with that against that Jewish guy, and she said Revelation 2:9 and 3:9. Oh, she's in the truth. I said, she's not in the truth. They're gonna say things here and there and whatever else, and then they're gonna revert right back to their vassal status. And whatever she said, she was coached to say. She doesn't give a crap about the real Israelites. She turned her back on the true Israelites from jump. She turned her back on the true Israelites lifetimes ago. And she's just here to receive her, her little perks of this system, but she's also here to receive her punishment that is now on deck. These people are here to receive their punishments as well. Exactly. She's in her own truth. So, these people that, I don't know what it is with our people always wanting to, if anybody says anything that we say, wanting to accept them. I don't accept anyone unless you got some fruits along with it. And just, oh, she's been out there on CNN and she said this about these Jewish people. Oh, she's had all this, she has she's touching all these people. No, she's not. She's touching the 99% who already know that those aren't the people. They already know that those aren't the people. Just like I showed you in that live the other day when that guy was a doctor and when he got to start talking about Jewish people, he's like, oh, I gotta say this, I gotta toe the company line always. Okay, so let me play this little clip here.
We're gonna play this little clip first, then I'm gonna bring out some more information about
this guy's right here, this channel.
These lying people, because they didn't do nothing but tell lies.
Government, okay? This entire debate is just, it's a joke, okay? It's never gonna happen. Do you think that we're the only group, I'm just gonna ask you this question, that has had something awful happen to them in this country? Should the Japanese get reparations for the internment camps? Yes, to the Irish? All the Irish? Who's Irish in this room? Raise your hand. Should they get, that's a lot of Irish people. Should they get reparations for the Irish did not apply during the Progressive Era and all the terrible things that happened to them? What about the Jewish people? Should they get reparations for the Holocaust? No matter where you go in history, someone was oppressed. You cannot look to correct history by thinking that you're going to get a small check, because every single person in this room would get a check. It's just a means for them to seize you emotionally and make you think that you deserve something or you're going to get something. And if they actually factually did it, it would probably amount to $400 if you couldn't even spend it at a club on a weekend.
She just destroyed the reparations debate.
Why don't you think we deserve it?
So the guy said, oh, she just destroyed the reparations debate. Yes, the Japanese people did get reparations. Jewish people still get reparations today. They're getting money from us who had nothing to do with the Holocaust. They're getting money from us every day, every hour, every minute. The slave owners, as Baba was talking about in his video, the slave owners during slavery got reparations. They got made right. So again, these people are so desperate that now they are just spewing straight lies. They're just spewing nothing but straight lies. Now, what you got to understand is that they're not making those decisions. The Most High's already said that you're going to get double for what happened to us. So there's no discussion as to if we're going to get reparations or not. It's just who are we going to get reparations, by which power are we getting reparations? We're not getting reparations through the power of you 99%ers. We're getting reparations through our power, the Most High. That is how we're going to get repaid. And you're going to have to pay the way the Most High said. Go to Joel 3 and 6. What you did to our people by selling them to captivity, your children are going to be sold into captivity. No money's going to fix it. And see, what you got to understand is this. Whenever they're dealing with us or something that has to do with the true Israelites, they want to shove it into the corner and ignore it. They want to put that in the corner and ignore that 1,000-pound gorilla in the corner. Like, if they want to talk about the Hebrew Israelites, they run to the black Hebrew Israelites. They bring the camps up, and then they attack the camps and say, oh, we've already debunked them. But the other people who are not beholden to 66 or 80 books, who do not believe that all Negroes are the Israelites, all Native Americans, all Latinos, right? I don't believe that. All, when you start talking about all, I don't believe that. And what's crazy, I was listening to a GMS video and they're like, oh, you know, it's all Latinos, Native Americans. I'm like, how in the hell can you even believe that? I don't fight for people who don't even want to be considered an Israelite. They don't, Native Americans, all they want to do is fight for the designation that the white man's given them. They're not saying that they're the Israelites. They're not saying that they fit the curses. They're not saying any of that. Most Latinos, they're busy fighting to stay in that Catholic Church. They're busy fighting to excuse their children being raped by priests. They're fighting to listen to whatever the Pope says, even though it makes no sense. That's who they're fighting for. So if that's what you want to fight for, do that. But if you believe that you're Israelites or you want to cleave to the Israelites, then do that. But see, they shove us into the corner and they mess with our numbers and they hide our numbers and they hide everything in order for them to be able to ignore what's really going on. That's how you know who the real people are. The ones that try to push into the corner and ignore because they cannot step to this. They cannot step to this truth. They cannot stand. That guy was a PhD in the last live. Towards the end, if you didn't watch it, look at the last live. We destroyed that dude just playing around, just joking. I didn't have to go to my scriptures and bring out this is that. I have. And we destroyed his whole breakdown. Because all he did was he told the truth, and then went stage left when it was who was these ancient Israelites that these things were, revolve around. That's when he went left. Okay? Dr. Mike, right? Exactly. So when you see people, you see them shoving stuff in the corner and not wanting to talk about it or try to diminish its importance, that's who they are afraid of. Hence the information about New Jersey. They're trying their best to, there's all these things that are showing up and they're like, oh, it's the elites. Oh, it's Project Bluebeam. Oh, does it really look like they are in any control to try to like set up Project Bluebeam and start making all these fake alien invasions. These guys can barely handle today. They can barely, they have all this information, all these things they're trying to shove into the corner. They already have the 99% that are already blinded. What do you need Project Bloombeam for? Most of you guys are already blind. So see, they're trying to act like that's, oh, well, yeah, there's a bunch of drones are out here. And there's a bunch of drones out here, and they're, you know, they're just flying around every night for the last month or so. They're making formations, they're doing all these different things, but they don't pose a threat. So we'll just ignore all of these drones that are flying, you know, in our atmosphere, in our, you know, in our airspace. Why are they pushing it to the side? Because we already know if they could have shot all these things down, they would have done it. They would have done it, because that would be their opportunity to put that in the limelight, shoot down some drones, and to show that they're in charge, to show that they still have the sword, that Esau, the Edomites, still, you already know they love to, you know, go out there and show their guns and shoot shit and everything else, so they can show how they're in power. But when you start seeing them pushing stuff to the side and trying to diminish it, oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Just keep on flying. That's not a big deal. Shut down the airport. Okay, that's not a big deal. Oh, fly over our bases. That's not a big deal. That shows you that it's a huge deal, and they have no control over the situation. This is why they'll never talk about this truth. This is why they'll never talk about the information that we bring out over here. They won't talk about other books. They won't talk about, you know, showing proof that the Most High said 80 books only or 66 books only. All they want to do is ignore. So once you see them ignoring something that's happening around them, then you know that has to do with the Most High. And this is happening all over the world. Exactly. Your power is done. What we have been telling you is already manifesting in this reality. We've already told you that we are the Israelites. We already told you that you're going to have to pay for what happened to us. Not just Esau, but also you vassals, you Candace Parkers, you Roland Martins, right? All you other nations as well, you East Indians, you Latinos that are all into Catholicism and Mary, and you all this proven that's what you're onto. Cool, be that way. You Hamites, who always said we're not your people, but hey, cool, I'm not your people. You are correct. I am not with you. I am not for your turn. And anyone who's not for your turn, you shove in the corner, because you can't deal with the truth. You cannot deal with the Most High's people. So you can say, we're not going to pay reparations. Everyone's got, yes, you guys have gotten your reparations. Everyone's gotten their reparations already. See, that's the whole point. Vassals, you have gotten your reparations. And now, you know, your reparations were to not be treated like us Negroes. That was the only reparations that you got. Your reparations were, hey, you come and be a vassal to me, and I won't treat you like these niggas over here. I won't make you go to these curses. You'll still be a second-class citizen. You'll still be below us Europeans. But that was your reparations right there. So don't sit here and act like you didn't get any reparations. You know, you just put a pretty face. Yes, Candace Owens, she's attractive. Just throw her out there. And that's going to work for most people. Oh, and they oh, she said 3 and 9, Revelations 2 and 9, 3. Oh my God, she's one of our people. That's the BS. And that's why you got to think. Because these people are not our people. Most of our people are down with the other nations. They got their reparations. They got the opportunity to marry, you know, a so-called white man and then be elevated, get that white status. Like I've showed that video a long time ago, how the Latinos are encouraged to marry white in order for them to get white status. So understand, whatever they're ignoring, that's the truth. Whoever they're ignoring, that's the truth. Whatever they can, you know, take the opportunity to put something out there and for everybody to see, that's what they want you to see. All right? So keep fighting. She can keep fighting hard for them. But us over here, we see right through all the BS. Much love, family. Shalom.